Hello students, today we'll begin with a new chapter and the name of chapter is circles. Next we'll start perpendicular bisector theorem, converse of perpendicular bisector theorem, angle bisector theorem, converse of angle bisector theorem. I have found many students are very easy in calculating two numbers. Students are very comfortable in identifying alternate angles. But when it comes to perpendicular bisector theorem and angle bisector theorem, they find themselves to be confused. They cannot apply these theorems properly because of insufficient knowledge. This session, I want to focus only on perpendicular bisector theorem and angle bisector theorem. So please make sure that this concept has to be very clear now. The first one is perpendicular bisector theorem. Now, as per this theorem, I'll write the statement: locus of points on perpendicular bisector. Locus of point on perpendicular bisector are equidistant from the end points. This means that there is a perpendicular bisector, points on perpendicular bisector are equidistant from end points. End points, right? So I'll explain you this also. If I say PQ is perpendicular bisector of AB, given to us PQ perpendicular bisector of AB. This means that AB part of AB, this part, that is, if I call this as O, this means that AO is equal to BO and angle O 90 degree. If I say PQ perpendicular bisector of AB, this means AO is equal to BO and angle O is equal to 90 degree. Now if it is there, if it happens, जब भी किसी लाइन का परपेंडिकुलर बाइसेक्टर होता है, जैसे यहाँ पर PQ जो है वो AB का परपेंडिकुलर बाइसेक्टर है. अगर मैं बोलता हूँ PQ AB का परपेंडिकुलर बाइसेक्टर है, इसका मतलब हो गया AO is equal to BO and angle O 90 degree, right? So meaning of perpendicular bisector is 90 degree angle बनना चाहिए और दोनों पार्ट्स इक्वल होना चाहिए. If it happens, as per this statement, locus of point on perpendicular bisector are equidistant from the end points. This means that अगर मैंने सपोज यहाँ पे एक पॉइंट ले लिया P1, तो ये जो P1 होगा ये एंड पॉइंट से इक्वल डिस्टेंस पर होगा. तो ये जो डिस्टेंस होगा और ये जो डिस्टेंस होगा वो इक्वल होगा. गेट इट वेरी क्लियर. इस लाइन के ऊपर एनी पॉइंट ऑन दिस लाइन, जो भी पॉइंट होंगे वो एंड पॉइंट से इक्वल डिस्टेंस पर होंगे. देयरफॉर आई कैन से P1A is equal to P1B. If I take one more point on this line, say P2, I can say P2A is equal to P2B. Can make out? ये दोनों डिस्टेंस भी इक्वल होंगे. रीजन इज परपेंडिकुलर बाइसेक्टर थ्योरम. परपेंडिकुलर बाइसेक्टर के ऊपर जो भी पॉइंट है वो एंड पॉइंट से इक्वल डिस्टेंस पर है. अगर मैंने एक और पॉइंट ले लिया यहाँ पे P3, तो क्या क्या इक्वल हो जाएगा? व्हाट ऑल विल बी इक्वल? P3A क्या क्या इक्वल हो जाएगा? P3A इक्वल टू P3B. सेम वे I can say QA equals to QB. This is your perpendicular bisector theorem. Converse. converse of perpendicular bisector theorem. Now converse of this. Over here we said locus of point on perpendicular bisector are equidistant from endpoints. We can say locus of point equidistant from endpoints, from endpoint lie on perpendicular bisector. This means that वो सारे पॉइंट जो किसी लाइन के एंड पॉइंट से, अभी एक लाइन है, इसके दो एंड पॉइंट है, अगर ये दोनों एंड पॉइंट से वो सारे पॉइंट जो इक्वल डिस्टेंस पर है, एक पॉइंट्स है, सेट ऑफ पॉइंट्स है, लोकस ऑफ पॉइंट्स है, अगर ये लोकस ऑफ पॉइंट ये एंड पॉइंट से इक्वल डिस्टेंस पर है, जैसे यहां पे हो रहा है, ये सारे पॉइंट अगर एंड पॉइंट से इक्वल डिस्टेंस पर है, तो वो सारे के सारे पॉइंट लोकस ऑफ दोस पॉइंट विल लाई ऑन परपेंडिकुलर बाइसेक्टर. So I can draw a figure like this. These are the set of points. Now if I know P, this is your AB. If I know PA is equal to PB, I also know QA equals to QB. So given to us PA is equal to PB, QA is equal to QB. Therefore, we can say PQ perpendicular bisector of AB. इसका मतलब ये हो गया, ये PQ ज्वाइन होने के बाद जो लाइन बनती है वो लाइन परपेंडिकुलर बाइसेक्टर हो गई, यानी कि ये दोनों पार्ट्स इक्वल हो गए और ये एंगल 90 हो गया, राइट. Therefore we can say angle O 90 degree and AO is equal to BO. This is the outcome. समझ के लो अच्छे से. अगर पॉइंट्स परपेंडिकुलर बाइसेक्टर पर हैं तो एंड पॉइंट से इक्वल डिस्टेंस पर हैं, परपेंडिकुलर बाइसेक्टर थ्योरम. कन्वर्स, एंड पॉइंट से अगर डिस्टेंस इक्वल है, ये दो पॉइंट्स हैं, अगर इनका डिस्टेंस एंड पॉइंट से इक्वल है, तो ये दोनों पॉइंट ज्वाइन करने के बाद जो लाइन बनेगी वो लाइन होगी परपेंडिकुलर बाइसेक्टर. दैट मींस BO CO इक्वल हो गया, ये एंगल 90 हो गया. Now we'll be using this theorem number of times in problems, so you should not get confused that time. Next is angle bisector theorem. Locus of points, locus of point on angle bisector are equidistant from side. Sides of an angle. Converse also I'll write down. Converse of angle bisector theorem. Now over here we wrote locus of point on angle bisector are equidistant from sides of an angle. Locus of point equidistant from side of an angle lie on angle bisector. Converse of before. Over here we said अगर पॉइंट्स एंगल बाइसेक्टर पर हैं तो वो साइड से इक्वल डिस्टेंस पर हैं. यहां पे हमने बोला अगर पॉइंट साइड से इक्वल डिस्टेंस पर हैं तो वो एंगल बाइसेक्टर पर हैं. लोकस ऑफ पॉइंट इक्विडिस्टेंट फ्रॉम साइड ऑफ एन एंगल lie on angle bisector. See the statement now, how we are doing this. one angle is given to you and say this is an angle bisector. Angle bisector means these two angles are equal. अभी इसमें जितने भी पॉइंट हैं, say randomly I am picking up 3 points. I am naming this angle as ABC and BQ angle bisector. Say ये पॉइंट Q1 है, ये Q2, ये Q3. स्टेटमेंट है, अगर पॉइंट एंगल बाइसेक्टर पर है तो साइड से इक्वल डिस्टेंस पर है. सो गिवन टू अस BQ angle bisector. Therefore, we can say this distance and this distance equal. Same way, distances equal. Distances equal. Now, if I name this as DE and this as FGH, right? If I name this as DE and say Q is touching point A, so I can say that. Therefore, result is Q1A is equal to Q1F, Q2D is equal to Q2G, Q3E is equal to Q3H. Very simple to understand. Points अगर एंगल बाइसेक्टर के ऊपर आते हैं तो उनका डिस्टेंस साइड से इक्वल है. अगर ये एंगल बाइसेक्टर है, यहाँ पे एक पॉइंट आ गया, यहाँ से अगर एक 90 डिग्री एंगल ड्रॉ किया, यहाँ से भी एक 90 एंगल ड्रॉ किया, तो ये दोनों डिस्टेंस इक्वल हो गया, जैसे यहाँ पर हो रहा है. These distances are equal. So whenever in any problem there is an angle bisector given, if such conditions meet, we can come to the conclusion that these two parts are equal. How we are doing it over here? Converse of this. Converse is, angle is given. There is one point, there is one more point. Randomly I am taking only 2 points for this. Now if I say this distance equal to this distance, this point will fall in angle bisector. Same way, this is a point. If this distance equal to this side ka distance, these 2 points will come on angle bisector. So if name of angle is ABC, points are Q1, Q2, this is point D, point E, this is point F, this is point G. Now over here, Q1D is equal to Q1F, Q2E is equal to Q2G. This means what is happening? What's happening is distances are equal. Distances are equal. This is given to us. Result is now these 2 points lie on BQ. Result is BQ angle bisector of angle ABC. BQ is angle bisector of angle ABC. So quickly, I'll be revising this because after this I'll be taking 2 sums which will be based either on perpendicular bisector or angle bisector. That time you have to recapitulate these concepts. First one, if a point is on angle bisector, a point is equidistant from end point. Angle bisector given, distance equal. Converse, if a distance of a point is equidistant from end point, point will be on perpendicular bisector. Right? पहला परपेंडिकुलर बाइसेक्टर जो होता है उसमें जितने भी पॉइंट हैं उसका डिस्टेंस एंड पॉइंट से सेम है. कन्वर्स, पॉइंट्स का डिस्टेंस अगर एंड पॉइंट से सेम है तो पॉइंट परपेंडिकुलर बाइसेक्टर में आ गया. एंगल बाइसेक्टर थ्योरम, एंगल बाइसेक्टर के ऊपर जितने भी पॉइंट्स हैं उनका डिस्टेंस साइड से इक्वल है. ओके, डिस्टेंस हमेशा 90 डिग्री होता है करके, इट हैज टू बी 90 डिग्री. Always it is 90 degree, otherwise it will not be a distance. एंगल बाइसेक्टर के ऊपर जितने भी पॉइंट होते हैं उनका डिस्टेंस साइड से इक्वल है. कन्वर्स, इफ अ पॉइंट इज इक्विडिस्टेंट फ्रॉम अ साइड, पॉइंट का डिस्टेंस साइड से इक्वल है तो पॉइंट एंगल बाइसेक्टर के ऊपर आ जाएगा. राइट? sums from problem set, and these sums, if you observe, these sums will be based on angle bisector theorem, which we have done some time back. Angle bisector theorem के base पे अभी हम दो sum करेंगे. Let's see how we are applying theorems on the real problems. This is problem set का second sum from your textbook. Given to us a circle with center O, and AB is passing through O. Then it is given to us there is a tangent from B passing through B. There is a tangent drawn, and there is one more tangent which is drawn this way passing through point C. So I'll name this point as C. So this is also a tangent to a circle, and point of intersection of these two tangents is B. So I'll mark what all is given to us. First thing, O center. O is the center of the circle. Then after that, AB diameter. AB is a diameter. CD and BC. CD is drawn. Line BD is a tangent. So I'll write CD and BD are tangent. CD, BD, tangents. We need to prove OD parallel to AC. OD is parallel to chord AC. Right? So, I'll join OD first because we need to prove these two lines are parallel, and AC also I'll join as we need to prove these two lines to be parallel. Proof of this. As I said, we'll be applying property of angle bisector theorem. So understand how we are going to apply this theorem in this sum. Now CD is a tangent given to us. O center, that means OC is the radius. Center, any point on circle becomes a radius. So before that, I'll mark out what all I have done construction mein. Join OD, AC, OC. So I write O center given, CD tangent, this is also given. So don't you think by applying tangent perpendicularity theorem, this angle will be 90 degree? Same way, O center, BD tangent, so this angle will also be 90 degree. Therefore, I can say angle C 90 degree, tangent perpendicularity theorem. Same way, O center again for this side, BD tangent, these two things are given to us. Therefore, angle B 90 degree, angle B is 90 degree. Now if you look at, there is a point D, CD or DC and DB are two segments drawn, and these two segments are congruent. Why? Because from an outside point there are two tangent segments drawn. I'll write that also. DC congruent DB. Reason is tangent segment from exterior point are congruent. This also we have got. So we have formed three equations. The first one 90 degree, second 90 degree, third these two parts are congruent. Now I want you to go back to angle bisector theorem. Over here what's happening is there is one angle given COB. यहाँ पर COB एक एंगल है, पॉइंट D एंगल के बाहर है, पॉइंट D और C ये जो डिस्टेंस है, दोनों डिस्टेंस इक्वल है. डिस्टेंस हमेशा 90 डिग्री में मेजर किया जाता है, तो ये 90 डिग्री भी है. ये दोनों पार्ट्स इक्वल है. रिजल्ट क्या हो जाएगा? पॉइंट D एंगल बाइसेक्टर के ऊपर आ जाएगा. So I'll mention that. Therefore, point D equidistant Point D is equidistant. Point D is equidistant from sides of angle BOC. As you can make out, ये दोनों distance equal है. Point D equidistant from sides of angle BOC. Therefore, point D lie on angle bisector. Right? Point D lie on angle bisector. Therefore, angle COD congruent to angle BOD. ये दोनों एंगल कॉन्ग्रुएंट हो गए. रीजन एंगल बाइसेक्टर थ्योरम. Reason is angle bisector theorem. Now let's say these two angles are x, as angles are congruent. I am naming it x degree, right? So I am naming it as x degree. So I'll call this as another equation. After this, look at angle BOC. Look at angle BOC. We can make out angle BOC is an exterior angle for triangle AOC. Angle BOC is an exterior angle. For which triangle? For triangle AOC. For triangle AOC. Therefore, angle BOC is equal to angle OAC plus angle OCA. Right? The reason is remote interior angle theorem. Now BOC is nothing but BOD plus COD angle addition property, right? But angle BOC is equal to angle COD plus angle BOD angle addition property. Therefore, from this equation, if you name this as first equation, if you name this as second equation, therefore we can write 2x, and if you name this as third, now we are using first, second, third at a time. Therefore we can write BOC के इंस्टेड ऑफ BOC को हम लोग लिख सकते हैं x plus x. So I write 2x equals to angle OAC plus angle OCA. This we got from first, second, third. And let's name this as fourth equation. So we got 2x is equal to angle OAC plus angle OCA. Now, OA is equal to OC, radius of a circle. Therefore, angle OAC is equal to angle OCA. Say we are calling these two angles as y. Reason is isosceles triangle theorem. So we got this angle as y, this angle also as y, right? We are calling this as fourth equation. Fifth equation now. Now look at fourth and fifth. From fourth and fifth, we can write, therefore, 2x is equal to y plus y, because these two angles are y. This we got from fourth and fifth. Therefore, 2x is equal to 2y. Therefore, x is equal to y. So we got two angles congruent, x and y. But if you go back, x is which angle? Angle BOD. And y is which angle? Angle OAC. Therefore, I can say that angle BOD congruent to angle OAC. But when angle BOD congruent angle OAC, we are finding that these are pair of corresponding angles. And when corresponding angles are equal, you can make out these two angles forms corresponding angles. And when corresponding angles are equal, lines are parallel. Therefore, we can come to the conclusion OD parallel to chord AC corresponding angle test. is what we were looking for. So you must have observed how nicely we have used which theorem? Angle bisector theorem. Angle bisector theorem यूज करने के लिए कंडीशन हमें क्या क्या चाहिए? जो पॉइंट है वो इक्वल डिस्टेंस पर होना चाहिए, और अगर पॉइंट इक्वल डिस्टेंस पर कब होगा? जब या फर्स्ट उसका डिस्टेंस सेम होना चाहिए, दूसरा 90 डिग्री एंगल बनना चाहिए. डिस्टेंस सेम हो गया, कैसे सेम हुआ? DC और DB इक्वल हो गया और 90 डिग्री एंगल है, वो मैंने मेंशन किया रीजन. मेंशन द रीजन, गेट द पॉइंट्स, सो यू कैन अप्लाई द थ्योरम. This is how we have got the answer.